The mission of the CERFP is to deploy in support of local, state, and federal entities in providing consequence management for a CBRN event. In particular, we provide capabilities for search and extraction, mass decontamination, medical triage and stabilization. We have a joint incident command suite, and we have a fatality search and recovery team.
The CERFP stands ready to support. We have a 6-hour recall, and it's an all-volunteer force. You know, that's what's awesome about today's military, is an all-volunteer force ready to support you know, the stateside mission.
The C2 focuses primarily on planning, coordinating, and sustaining the entire CERFP. We focus primarily on the coordination between the elements and the communication within our staff, and then how we coordinate and communicate that information to our higher headquarters.
Well, as search and extraction, we're the most dangerous job within CERFP. We're down there searching for victims, and we're trying to rescue them.
You know, it's always good to get out here and get good training in. Obviously, you never know what can happen, when it can happen, or where it can happen. So anytime that we can come out and get some training done, the soldiers get out here and get some training done. It's one thing to, obviously a lot of what we do sometimes is conceptual, right? So it's good to be able to come out here and actually put foot to ground and actually get some live work done.
Okay, so the decon element is here to provide decontamination in an event of a hazardous material or a weapons of mass destruction event. And we provide cleaning up of personnel in order to get them to medical triage as quickly as possible.
Our teams come in, and each element is responsible for setting up what we call a footprint. It doesn't matter if you are a doctor or a medic or you're our logistics guy, we're all here setting up these tents, pulling out the equipment out of trailers that we bring in, and it's quite an event just to get our treatment tent set up to be able to receive casualties.
The objective of the fatality search and recovery is to support the local medical examiner or coroner in a mass fatality or mass event to help to get the local community back to normal as soon as possible. And by what we do is we help the local medical examiner or local coroner, we help them remove remains or whatever they need from our support so that the community can get to the new normal or whatever closest it can get to.
Are you ready?
The gist, we have several components. Basically, it's all the communications needs of the commander and the C2 elements to reach out to the other C2 or the other CERFP elements, as well as our civilian counterpart.
So what we have here is a ground SATCOM antenna dish. What we're actually here for is to get communications for the site from space. So we're gonna bring down C4I, which is command, control, computers, and internet. So this whole site is reliant on us for outside communications if our landlines are down in the event of emergency. So we're gonna set up Wi-Fi, we're gonna set up phones, DSN phones, as well as some hard lines for users that need it.
Well, we're a very unique organization. We're a dual missioned military force. We have a federal mission to support our nation in terms of supporting our armed forces and fighting our nation's wars. We're also a state force, and we provide support to our governor and the citizens of the Commonwealth in times of need, whether it's responding to events like hurricanes or tornadoes or something of that nature. And the CERFP is one element of that. and it supports initially state missions where we have emergencies, whether that's natural disaster to man-made disasters, and they can respond to that and provide support to local authorities. It could also expand and go to a federal mission if it's a disaster that is a regional crisis. So it's basically a CERFP response force. So from that perspective, both federal, state, it's a great mix.